Hey guys, non-monetized. Solid side, man. Indicated in a mask. You're kidding me. I've never worn a mask yet. Total mind job. There's the Olympic. You can study all this stuff you want. You start seeing a pattern and all this, especially the witchcraft stuff. This is some of it, but this is a good one. Holographic universe. Yeah. Yeah, and it's in Foster Crowley books. I think this whole section here is Crowley. It's that Anunnaki bullshit Zechariah Sitchin's books. And all kinds of books, man. Like I said, you can study all the stuff you want. And Jesuit papers and stuff like that. This my peanuts for my squirrel food. All the books, this is all your Bibles and stuff, your Quran. What do you want to know about that kind of stuff? 5 copies of Enoch in there. Bloodlines of Illuminati, that's by Springmeyer. I think I got 8 or 9. Zen Garcia, Genesis 6, Gary Wayne, Fingerprints of the Gods by Hancock, but he's a shill. There's 3, 6, 8 books there right now, Giants. Genesis 1800s and stuff. Yadina, all those guys, Hopewell, Mound Builders, books down there, Moon, Atlantis, and all that kind of stuff. All reset books. Martin's got a couple books there. Flat Earth British, Holy Grail of Flat Earth, and Holy Grail of the Great Reset. Remote viewing, stuff like that. Mass Rising. More resets. Geoengineering books. And then all these books here. This is all Jesuit stuff. Well, this isn't, but it's all got to do with the Roman Catholic Church, Jesus, the real Jesus. The Roman Catholic biblical version of them. There's a book from 1859 there by Sir Walter Scott. See the size of the printing on this one. Yeah, need a magnifying glass with that bad boy. Anyway, I'll get around to that. Baron Trump collection. Here's all Lockwood. Yeah, Secrets of the Canyon. That's another cool one. Dave McGowan. Vatican Assassins, Lapis Exilis. These Jordan Maxwell videos, and Michael Tazarian and whatnot.
Some of us are more lucid than others.
Yeah. Archaeology's got a lot of crazy stuff in it too. Alchemy books. How to Create a Mind, Ray Kurzweil.
It's totally my reality.
Nostradamus books down there. A couple on Tartarian. Yeah, Jerry DeCamp. And This is what I'm into right now. I'm getting there. Yeah, there's a lot of soul farming kind of stuff going on here. There's some of my flags. That's a Mohawk flag. American flag. See, there's 11 stars going down and 9 going up, believe it or not. 9/11. 19 New World Order. Fuck the no Nazis. No United Nazis. There's Trudeau. That's an Anishinaabe flag. Anyway, yeah, they're all over. Sorry, man, I moved too quick. A couple of Aussie flags and stuff. My flat earth wall. It's a flat realm. That's why I was saying I really dig that holographic universe book. And it's pretty cool. I'm getting around pretty alright today. I'm doing my thing. Hang on a sec here. You gotta bear with me here. Yeah, man. All this world is there. Don't mind me. You know, I don't sit my ass down. Yeah, man. Tilt there. Of course. Peanut food, man. Because I got a whole herd of squirrels out in the back there. And some of them are pregnant and stuff. And I kind of like the animals around here. More than the people. Definitely. Yeah, so it's a hot day here in Toronto. I guess it's 6:25 in the afternoon, evening, and I just figured I'd put together a video. I went down to the bank this morning, and I went to go dispute them about some stuff. My friend Kel, she's out towards Peterborough in Ontario here. She sends me a message and saying, hey, the TD Bank sent her this thing on her internet, or email, whatever, saying about this, they want you to get involved with this new security program they got coming out here. Right? I got it in the mail because I don't really do the email thing, and I don't even own a cell phone. I mean, I feel great about it because like everywhere I go, I'm the only person that doesn't have one of those damn things. Anyway, however, this is talking about biometrics and all this kind of weird stuff in my identity, facial identification, this whole new digital currency. And I'm totally against this kind of stuff because I mean I pay for cash with everything, even if I got to stop and go to the bank machine, which is kind of weird because I got a TD Bank here at the corner of St. Clair and Bathurst here in Toronto. But you can only go to the bank machine during banking hours. I thought the whole convenience of having a bank card was so you didn't have to go to the bank during banking hours, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I get into this kind of discussion with the girl at the teller, because I had to go right in with this paperwork, and I says to her, so what's this biometric stuff? I mean, I'm not signing on to this bullshit. And the manager's kind of sitting in the back there, and I said, well, I'm not buying into it. And I said, I don't get along with this digital currency stuff. And, sorry, man. No digital currency for this guy. I mean, I'll pay cash. And, even if I gotta pay a couple extra bucks, I'll pay cash. I don't give a shit. Money keeps the wheel turning. If you got no money in the machine, then there's no grease. And I don't do this kind of cashless society, cell phone stupidity. I mean, I haven't owned a cell phone now for 6 years. And I'm not part of that world. I mean, I come from, I'm in my 60s, man. I don't have to listen to this fucking bullshit. Pardon me for cursing, but hey, this world's a cluster screw, right? Sorry, I gotta keep it peaceful. I don't buy into none of this bullshit, and then you gotta listen to all these idiots. I mean, I go in the bank today. The woman's on the other side of this glass shield. She's wearing a face diaper. I tell her, like, I don't want to buy into this bullshit. All of a sudden, the manager ends up in a conference or something with this other chick. She tries to divert me into a different topic. I'm telling her, no, I don't want to sign on to this kind of stuff, and I'm here to complain in person that I don't want to be part of this bullshit, right? And no, she goes, oh, she's got her face diaper on. She's all panicky. She runs over and gets me one of these brochures and says, if I got a complaint, I have to call the head office or whatever, because apparently they don't handle it there at the branch. You kidding me? So anyway, the US dollar is basically toast, if you haven't picked up on that. China, India, all these other countries, Russia, they're not even using the petrodollar because the petrodollar is no good. Kaputs. So you may as well have a wheelbarrow full of cash if you want to buy something soon. That's what it's coming down to. And they pulled the plug on everything. So I think, we're going to have a lot more problems coming down the pike than anybody can even realize. This isn't over by any means. These resets, these guys don't mess around, man. And they'll kill everybody. As many as they can. Don't worry. The only thing your government's good at doing is knocking people off. Especially their own. Because every time they get into a war, that's got nothing to do with your country. We got a bunch of weirdo imposters posing as politicians trying to govern our lives and our countries, guys, and we're going to listen to bullshit? Really? I don't know. I'm not trying to call for a revolution here or nothing, but I think you got to call for an awakening and stop complying with any of their bullshit. I don't hear it. There isn't one good cop out there, period. Right? There isn't any justice in the criminal justice system that's run by the mafia of criminals, right? There are judges and all these buggers with black robes, and they got their little army of cops running their little beat-up programs. That's all it is, right? And this stuff goes all the way back to Rome. But anyway, this cashless thing, and I can't deal with this, and so I've been trying to tell people to get as far away from the technology as possible, because the technology is what's killing everybody. The cell phone towers are everywhere. Now they want to have Edmonton 15-minute cities already starting up there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have a camera out there trying to take my ass out. Look at one of these folks. Right? Squirrel hunter. No, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to start thinking ahead of the game here. Chinese have got some really cool tactics going on over there in regards to all this facial recognition stuff and all these cameras going up. And the UK is starting to cut down some of the wiring and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's not going to fly very well, but anyway. I was catching up with Dave Banner crew and with Chelsea Deluxe and Boris Chops and Amanda Boris Chops and Jack's Dreamer and there's Tony and there's Senses working overtime, all kinds of my buddies there. I try and catch up with them at they go live around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning Toronto time, and it's kind of hard to catch up with them on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, I think. Anyway, I try and catch them anyway, but they're a great crew. And we talk about a lot of cool things, and we don't do the shill stuff, none of the bullshitters. That's why I kind of like the Amish space station, and I like Shem Jacobs with the Tartarian Truth. These guys, they're not into archaics and all this bullshit, or any of these guys are involved with the archaics kind of stuff. And that's just a cluster shit show from hell, that. And there's been all kinds of resets of all kinds of different magnitudes. And even though I got all these books and books and books coming out my ass, I look at it as about 50% truth, 50% bullshit, and the other part of it even less than that. And then any shit you see on YouTube, I don't dig it, man. I mean, it's interesting, there's a lot of good stuff, but it seems to be the same thing over and over again. A lot of fear porn mixed in with a lot of happy moments with a donate. You know, I mean, I'm not monetized at all, so you can go fuck yourself if you think I'm bitching about it, right? I don't make money off the YouTube. I don't do it that way. I kind of go up and bust my balls to go out and make money and then try and survive on it that way as well, right? And it's tough, right? But I mean, anyway, I like talking about the truth, and you know, I don't do the crazy bullshit that's going on in this world, and there's so many people out there just trying to make $1 off of a free lunch, right? And it's kind of like
the feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning and the old cynicism is gone.
Yeah.
We have faith in our
Yeah. So anyway,
we're optimistic.
I try to talk about the truth and what the hell's going on here. Look, I'm so smashed up. I'm a tattooed Frankenstein, man. I've had to learn how to walk 5 times since I got crapped out into this game. My left hip is in my right femur. Right now I'm having problems with my right knee. You know, the last couple of weeks I've been kind of gimping around, but I mean, bilateral fractured femurs, broken tibia, broken pelvis, 23 major surgeries, 22-inch steel plate in my right leg, left leg. I had a nail in my right leg with the steel pins going right in my pelvis and through my femur, and then they took all the metal out now, but I went through all this stuff, and then I went through the drug overdose, and when I was like 41, 42, and that was after about I put in about 15 good years of my life working as ran the Halifax Regional Furniture Bank Society, and that was a new name after I closed the old Metro Furniture Bank in Halifax and was doing that. I mean, I had the old Halifax Infirmary from a warehouse for 5 years free of charge. And when the 9/11 incident happened,
I remember this.
because I provide 1,870 double mattresses to the stranded passengers that couldn't go home. Right? Because 8,000 people basically got diverted to Grand and Newfoundland, and 8,000 people went to Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I was in Halifax with my daughter, because I was a single parent with my daughter since she was 6 years old. And basically did about, I got about 15 good years of clean time with no drugs and no smoking and shit like that. Well, for 5 years I didn't smoke, but now I've been smoking like a champ. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I was in a coma for 2 months, and then I had to stay in the hospital again for another 5 months on that one, and that was kind of a crazy gig. So this is where I got to talk about the truth, and I don't want to bullshit around with people. I mean, you know, I like talking about real stuff. I don't do this for fluff. You know, I mean, it's all about the reality of where we're living. Right now, I think we got some real troubling times coming ahead of us, and everybody better buckle in, because the game's just getting good nowadays. I go to the bank. The woman there has got a face diaper on. I turn around. I see seniors in the bank wearing face diapers. I go leave the bank. I have to hold the door for an old lady with a cart wearing a face diaper. I'm going, where am I, man? This is crazy. These people are programmed, you know what I'm saying? They're like totally programmed. And then you want to talk about truth to these people? Good luck. See, this gets into this book here. I'm getting almost through it, man. I'm 2/3 the way through it. Right? It's a 900-page book. This is freedom, right? And the end of the human condition, basically in 1999, whoever's in charge of this gig classified humans as a programmable species and no longer a human. And they consider 83% of the world's population are subhuman, and The whole Western world is living in Babylon, right? That's why I say, look, you guys don't even know what the hell's going on here. Paul Cook was doing some good talks with Stuff Beagle a couple weeks ago. This is just one book I got. This is Babylon Low. But then you get in all the Jesuit stuff and all the crazy banking system we got. You don't own nothing. You know, even your house. My older brother's house in Oakville, Ontario. It's a great big place, man. It's beautiful. Like, oh, beautiful. Hey, what's up, Jerry? Towers of the Dome. The thing is, my older brother's home has been paid for 30 years, but he's still 68 years old working at the post office. He's been there 35, almost 40 years. I don't know exactly how long, but his wife's paralegal, legal, whatever she does for the, not paralegal, lawyer for, what's with Tim Hortons doing all the contracts and stuff like that for the franchises and this, that, and the other thing. Their home's been paid for 30 years. But I said to my brother, like, come on, man, you should chill out, you should be retiring. I got bills to pay, I'm going to go in just because. He says, because we had an Easter Sunday this week, and I ended up getting all caught up going over there. And I don't do no traditional, I almost get into big arguments when I go with my family because I'm like the total black sheep of the crew. And they don't like hearing what I'm saying because I talk truth. And it's like, oh, you're ruining the party. Anyway, pardon me. I says to my brother, I said, why are you still working? You should be playing golf. And he says, I got bills to pay. And you know that if you pay your, his mortgage has been paid off, but he's still got to pay property taxes. And then if he doesn't pay his property taxes, he gets booted out. So what the hell? Same with your car. If you register your car, that's Regis. You give it to the Crown Mafia, then they give it back to you with stipulations to use it, insurance, paperwork, make sure you got a driver's license. Make sure your inspection's all up to date. Make sure you get your plates on your car. If you don't, the Crown Mafia will take your car off you. It's not even your car. It's into your kids too, registering your kids, and it gets into your birth certificate and all your straw man identity and that crazy stuff. Tax paying on money you shouldn't be paying taxes on anyway. I'm in the bank today. I almost got kicked out. I just started calling her. I said, look, your bank is an illegal organization, and they're a foreign entity that are taking money out of our country, and they're working with the WEF. And she didn't like hearing that. And then she says, well, if you got anything I can't take up with that conversation with you right now, sir, you're going to have to contact these guys on that one. She couldn't comment on my stuff, so I just, and I'm talking to a woman with a face diaper on. Pardon me, she's Oriental and whatever. The whole thing is, this world's a screw up, and this is what I've been saying for a long time. Paul Cook mentioned it a while ago when they were talking about star forts with the Beagle, and I can't remember who else he was on with, but how could this worldwide realm have all these star forts? Who organized all this stuff? And then Paul Cook said he was talking to some bridge guy, or something, was a bridge maker, or some guy that was repairing a bridge or something. And the guy said, well, the only way you could do that is because it's Satan's planet. Satan's plane. Planet. They're not a plane. They're not a planet. Like that Baltar stuff is like totally ridiculous. But the only way that you... So this is what I've been saying. Like, this is even in the Bible. It says Jesus didn't come here to save anybody. He just came here to show people how to get the frig out of here. Right? This is a soul trap. I guess it's like an energy farm. Each human being is worth like 60 billion volts of power. They're building a 35-story high-rise next door to me here. Can you imagine that full of people? Every person, 60 billion volts of power? Right? And it's a circuit board city. Take a look at your cities, guys. Take a look at it from the top down. Right? It gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just thought I'd put together a quick video. Say hi to my Dave Banner bunch. I love you guys. And, you know, there's been all kinds of resets. There's been many mod events. I think there's been lots of technology that's had meltdowns. There's been all kinds of structures that have been meltdowns. Just like any other situation where there's any kinds of forms of extreme heat, there's going to be problems with the structures. And don't be so dumb. That's all I gotta say. That's right, Jerry. can't be so dumb. Anyway, there's been all kinds of resets, and you better figure out what you're doing here personally, because I think it's a way that you got to get with yourself. Figure out what you're doing here. When worst comes to worst, have no fear, because that's all this place operates on is fear. Right? Fear, 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 and more fear. Ever since I was a kid, man, I've been raised on the crap, right? I remember people talking about getting under school desks from a nuclear bomb kind of stuff. When I was born in '62, so I mean, I've been around a long time, and I don't buy into this bullshit in this world today. I've always given. I've never really been a taker, and I try and work with everybody with a fair deal. And I don't like being lied to, and I try and push the truth, and I try and help people in a positive way. I don't try and be a negative influence on anybody. So I hope everybody's doing good. Take care of yourself, man. God bless you, and I love you. Ciao.